Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. I just clicked off the emulator for a moment, so don't fear.
I was gonna say, he broke the game! He broke the game!
And it looks like it's nighttime now.
It is nighttime now.
Yes, because, you know, when you edit your own content and all that, you tend to be a little nocturnal.
And that is a great thing when it comes to between nighttime and daytime, is different types of Pokemon come out.
Or have better chances of coming out. I'll admit, like, when I played through Crystal, just because I'm kind of going through the gens myself, and a person who can only really play at night, you're kind of stuck with that, but you'll find in some areas some of the best stuff comes out at night to catch. And it looks like somebody fought all the trainers.
Yes,
And here is Cherry Grove City. I do not believe there's a gym here. It's the next one, right?
It's the next city. I buy a few Pokeballs. A Pokeball, go! Go!
Go, 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 go. A Pokeball, go.
What are you singing?
I don't know. I'm having one of those weird days, people. I'm just gonna warn people in advance.
When I was walking in the grass, a bug Pokemon poisoned my Pokemon. I kept going, but then my Pokemon fainted. You should keep an antidote. That's something they've actually done away with in recent gens. Now your Pokemon just goes down to 1 HP.
Yes. Which, again, a lot of people have complained is easy mode. Look, that's the way it's supposed to be, though, guys. This is supposed to bring kids into RPGs, not necessarily be a hardcore RPG. If you want hardcore, go look up a hardcore one.
Pokemon's never been that challenging anyway.
No.
I mean, the first one has a reasonable challenge, don't get me wrong, but...
And to the people who are going to be screaming at us and going, there is a hardcore! It's called EV training? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's for the people who get really hard into Pokemon.
But when Matsuda-san made this game, did he take EV training into mind? Probably he did, but most of the time he wanted to bring new people in.
Well, you're more thinking Satoshi Tajiri.
Tajiri, thank you.
Yeah. Masuda has become a pretty regular director for the series since Tajiri.
I blame you.
Tajiri still stayed on. He's still the producer. He directed the first couple of games, then he kind of let Masuda take the reins.
But that's what I'm saying, is that they're not catering to a hardcore element. The Pokemon games, at least in my interpretation, have always been to bring people in.
Always for kids and always meant to be kind of a social game.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't even say, like, because Pokemon X and Y, I think are also kind of catered towards adult gamers who aren't totally into the norms.
Mm-hmm.
Because it teaches a lot. And it teaches a lot in a very short time.
And Alex catches a hoot-hoot.
What's your language, Andrea? You're not supposed to talk about hoot-hoots.
What? Give a nickname
to
the
come on, I was trying to make a Hooters joke and nobody followed?
Oh, you're right. I totally missed it.
Yes, I actually knew way too many people that when they caught that hoot-hoot for the first time, they named it Hooters.
Of course. And I named mine Mr. Owl.
How many... So, at this point, can we ask how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Yes, we can. And it takes 3.
A 1, a 2, a 3, a 3.
How many people really like nicknaming their Pokemon?
I do not. And that's just because sometimes it's hard to keep track of the nicknames in the PC.
One of my best friends loves naming her Pokemon.
And obviously some of the Pokemon Let's Players like doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for example, we kept bringing it up in the last one. Pro Jared's Nuzlocke, he actually would come up with the names on the fly.
Mm-hmm. Chugga Conroy, I believe Chugga, nicknames all his Pokemon.
Purple Rodri did too, right? Where he came up with his own names?
I think so. I can't remember which one did it a lot.
So there you go. Chugga Conroy, Purple Rodri, Pro Jared, please subscribe to our channel. We mentioned you. We gave you free advertising.
We mentioned you. As if they actually needed our mentioning. They're already huge channels anyway.
Yes. But that means they can help us out.
They're in the money.
A young fledgling channel trying to get off the ground. What,
Damn,
am I pushing way
Zubat.
too hard?
Goddamn Zubats. And I catch it.
So that actually reminds me. So did you see the project? Jared started up another Nuzlocke.
It doesn't surprise me, but I haven't watched anything Nuzlocke yet.
Alpha Sapphire. He's gonna do Alpha Sapphire.
I've seen a lot of Sapphire LPs, actually.
How many Nuzlocke challenges on Pokemon did he do?
He's done 3 so far. So Fire Red was the first one and probably the most popular. Then he did X and Y, and it was completely blind. He did no knowledge, or he had absolutely no knowledge of the game when he went in. In fact, he actually, I think, in the game, mistook Gen 4 and 5 Pokemon for being new Gen 6 Pokemon. That's how you kind of know. I have not finished that one, but he just barely started up Alpha Sapphire. So...
You naming him Batman.
Yeah. Batman!
You need to take a note from the completionist, because we keep on mentioning YouTube celebrities. You need to take a note from the completionist and name him Two-Bat the Zubat.
Okay.
Two-Bat the Zubat.
Yeah, then I realized Batman's all one word.
I was gonna say, why are you doing it as 2 separate words?
So DC Comics doesn't come after me?
What was that?
So DC Comics doesn't come after me.
I was gonna say, comic fans are gonna riot against you, because you got that wrong. Clearly, you've never read a comic.
I know who makes Batman, for Pete's sake.
Do you? Do you now?
Yeah, DC.
Yes, you know that. Do you actually know the writer?
Well, every comic has a new writer. How could I possibly know
Okay,
the writer?
Do you know the first one?
Bob Kane and Bill Finger.
Thank you.
Everybody knows. It's like Stan
And I'm just
Lee.
gonna say for the record, if he had said Frank Miller, I would have reached over my wife to strangle him.
Adam, give me some credit.
Say no, it's never Miller time here. Frank Miller can take a long walk off a very short pier, as far as I'm concerned. And my wife's just kind of giving me the evil eye, like, why do you hate Frank Miller?
Because he made 300.
Nah, that's not the worst. That's not the worst of it. He made All-Star Batman and Robin. He totally sexualized a non-sexy character.
Oh,
Black Canary.
I should not have brought this up.
No, you shouldn't have.
I brought out Drak's rageness. Youngster Mikey,
Oh,
Santa
and-
Pidgey.
We haven't even mentioned the worst, the epitome of his sins, and that is Holy Terror. If you don't know what I'm
I saw
talking
the
about,
Linkara video on it.
to people who don't know what I'm talking about, go look up Linkara. His 300th episode was on Holy Terror. And I actually love the fact that even though he made it very clear at the end of his video why he was going to, spoilers, he burned the comic, and he made it very clear, this is my property, and I don't want it anymore.
Yes.
He instantly had comments saying, oh, you're such a pro freedom of speech, but yet you burned the comics when you don't like them! Like, he stated it very clearly. He didn't want it anymore.
Yes, and he burned it. And that's his right, because he owns it. He's not
Yes.
advocating a mass burning. But we're getting off topic here.
So this is Shadows of the Empire for the new generation.
And this isn't even a Star Wars game. We have plenty of Star Wars games to get ADD on.
Yes, yes. In fact, to the people who have been asking, we've got one in the works. It's coming. So you guys can stop getting on our backs. We will get back to Star Wars and our rampant ADD. But right now, Andrew is giving us both the evil eye because we have ADD problems right now.
Yeah, we were talking about nicknaming Pokemon just
Yes.
a short bit ago, and I like to nickname my Pokemon, but I'm not that creative with names, amazingly. So you'll find some of my Pokemon in this game are nicknamed, others aren't, because I'm just like, I cannot think of a name. But
Quilly!
Quilly. That's a good one. I'll need to go visit Goldenrod.
Oh, are you gonna name one after a Twilight character?
Oh, fuck no.
Well, there's a Twilight character named Quill.
I can name him Quill.
You might as well name him Peter Quill. And I'm just gonna say this right here and right now. When we get to Gen 3, and it's happening, if one of us does not name a Zigzagoon rocket, we're done. We're busted.
Well, you're gonna be tackling...
Yes.
Which one are you tackling? Sapphire, Emerald, Ruby?
I was only able to find a ROM for Emerald.
Okay, Emerald.
And I'm working my way through it right now. Yes, we planned this stuff out in advance, and we did get asked if we were actually going to take on the remakes along with the new gens. Yes, we are. In fact, Alex has thought in advance and is working on was it Leaf Green?
Leaf Green. Actually, I finished that quite a while ago.
Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a Leaf Green and Emerald competitive, but not really LP.
Yeah, we're not doing a Pokemon Versus or anything.
No.
I mean, we'd love to do a Versus, but not on a...
Not on a Pokemon game.
It's a little hard to do Versus on Pokemon, because it'd all be who can get to the Elite Four fastest, and there's really not much of a verse.
The only way to do a Versus would be to just play Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
And, well, as people might have remembered from our Shadows LP, the N64 is kind of temperamental with us. So it's always one of those things where, like, I don't know if I want to bring in the N64, I don't want to have issues.
Well, we still managed okay, though.
Well, maybe we'll do it. I know a lot of people have been asking for, like, Versus in Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and stuff like that. And then one of the other things that has been brought up is people would like us to do blind LPs.
Mm-hmm.
We are planning on doing one. Okay?
Do we have anything in mind?
I don't think we have just yet. We brought up prospects, but... See, the problem is that our list is already pretty lined up at the moment. But I think we did have a couple of prospects lined up. So people can look forward to that. Oh, and by the way, happy 2015, everybody.
Yeah, happy 2015.
Just to give people a frame of reference on when we're recording this.
Is anyone gonna think January is gonna take forever, or is it gonna go by fast like every other month?
Every January takes forever.
And I caught a Bellsprout. If it notices.
Bellsprout.
Give a nickname, and yes, I do nickname it. I name it Salad, but it's supposed to be pronounced Salad. That's a SpongeBob reference. Don't look at me like that.
This is gonna be the LP where Drak just kind of inches his head over to the left to go look at the Shadow Blazer and go... I'm sorry, I went to Wreck-It Ralph for a second there. It's like, actually, my name is Satine.
2 salads. Again, SpongeBob reference. If you watch SpongeBob, you know. But
Well,
you
that's kind of the problem. I'm not exactly a lover of SpongeBob.
But what in the name of Davy Jones is a salad?
Yes, this is one of the biggest complaints that I get from people is that I'm not willing to pick up SpongeBob or Adventure Time or any of that stuff. I don't see a point.
Because Drak is a true artist, serious. Serious business.
Well, I mean,
Ghastly!
There's a time and a place. And most of the time, I'm not in that place. And it's either I pick up on seasons and seasons worth of SpongeBob, or I watch K-On! And get Alex off my back.
Because you have my DVDs!
Yes.
And yes, I'm gonna capture this Ghastly.
Ghastly!
It's a female, and I have no idea what to name a female Ghastly.
So I don't think Andrea actually answered the question, does she nickname her Pokemon? I don't think you do you?
I don't usually nickname my Pokemon very often. Not that I have anything against nicknaming. It's just, it doesn't feel, like Pokemon to me.
That came out of nowhere!
I told you I was gonna put some Sonic music in here.
I almost flew out of my chair! I was more meaning like, Emerald Ocean or something.
Well, that's what I do for like the long grindy parts.
Okay.
I did this in yellow.
Alright.
If you recall, I did this in yellow when I had to like face down a Metapod and it only had Scratch and
Yes.
it kept spamming Harden, so just speed it up with supersonic
come
music.
on, that was a funny moment. We were recreating the series. Metapod! Maximum Harden! So anyway, before you were so rudely interrupted by Supersonic...
It just doesn't feel like a Pokemon game to me when I'm nicknaming and I'm like to see the original names of the Pokemon, but that's me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I like to keep track. It's easier to keep track in the PC with them. Although...
Well, nowadays it's easy to keep track in the PC because pictures.
Yes, but the habit's kind of stuck over time.
I didn't actually name anything in my X game just because, well, I'm still learning a lot of the new Pokemon names.
What?
And yeah, by the way, yes, I finally finished X. I finally beat the Elite Four. And wouldn't you know it, I had like the perfect type lineup for the Elite Four without even trying.
Wow, okay. Congrats!
The only thing I wasn't at a disadvantage, but I wasn't at an advantage either, was the Dragon Trainer.
Yeah. So now we can actually go into this. Final verdict on X and Y.
X and Y, Y is pretty much the same, but yeah, X is a fantastic game, fantastic new Pokemon. I'm excited also to pick up Alpha Sapphire real soon.
What was your lineup for X?
Okay, let me think if I can remember off the top of my head. It was Delphox, Blastoise, Vivillon, Talonflame. Jeez, I'm still learning all the new Pokemon.
Yeah, you lost me after Blastoise.
I remember what Talonflame is, and Delphox, and... Well, you'll have to let me know what the other ones were.
Alright, and so
Should've
now
brought my
we're
3DS.
in Violet City?
Yes, we're in Violet City. And we will face down Falconer soon. Not in this episode, though. Do you want to trade it for Onix? No, because you cannot trade it and name it Phil.
That is one thing I hate about traded Pokemon.
Is that they come nicknamed.
Oh, what a shame. They come with a nickname. Oh. Actually, in a Wonder Trade, I actually got a Steelix named Thumper.
Thumper?
Yeah.
That does not sound intimidating for a Steelix.
Yeah, especially when I don't nickname my own Pokemon. I think there was one time I traded for a Mr. Mime, and then I breeded it, and then I got myself a new Mr. Mime. I didn't have it nicknamed.
So this is actually bringing up another interesting feature that they added, was they still wanted to have tradable Pokemon that evolved.
Mm-hmm.
And so the unique thing that they've added with the new ones is you have to be holding something. So they have to be holding a unique item, and then you trade them, and then they upgrade. So, like, for example, you can evolve Scyther into Scizor, if you have the right item. Kind of thing. And we haven't even talked about the new types, but we'll have to get into that
in the next
time.
episode.
So next time we will talk about all the other various changes of Pokemon Crystal. But till then, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.